everybody, it's Blake here with Gorilla Zen Fitness, and today I'm going to tell you how to fix your shin splints. So shin splints affect a lot of people that are active on their feet. There are a couple causes of shin splints, usually revolving around like flat feet, improper mechanics when running, improper shoes, and just general overuse. In conjunction with the varying causes of shin splints themselves are pretty diverse. You can develop shin splint pain in your tibia, your shin bone, as a result of microfractures. You can experience shin splint pain on like the inside underneath your calf muscle, and you can also experience shin pain in the front of your shin on the muscle just to the side of your shin bone called the anterior tibialis, and in today's video that's what I'm going to be addressing. The reason why I'm going to address this muscle is because this is responsible for what I would say 90% of the cases of shin splints. First of all, before I show you the release techniques and stretches that we're going to do, it's important to note that you should never push through shin splints. Usually these are an overuse injury, and just pushing yourself through it, doing exactly what you were doing before that caused the pain initially, is not a good idea. With that being said, along with these techniques that I'm going to show you, it's definitely worthwhile to work with a foot specialist, maybe get some custom orthotics put in your shoes if you have flat feet. It's also beneficial to, have your stride, your gait, analyzed by a professional like a physical therapist. So getting into the release techniques here, we're going to start by addressing the anterior tibialis itself. So that anterior tibialis muscle is right here, okay? It kind of crosses over the shin bone here, but the majority of the muscle is located just to the side of your shin bone. So if you have pain and tightness right here, and this is where you feel it when you get your shin splints, then this video is going to help you out a lot. So there are a variety of different ways that you can release the anterior tibialis. I'll show you a couple today. So one way you can do it is using a Theracane. You can even use a dough roller or some sort of sturdy stick that has like a smooth surface, okay? But basically using a Theracane or a stick or a dough roller, you can basically grab it and then put pressure directly into the anterior tibialis. Remember, it's to the side of the shin bone. Push into it, and then while you point and flex your foot like this, go into plantar flexion and dorsiflexion, you're kind of just sliding it down that muscle, okay, all the way down to about right here, and then you're going to come back up, okay? Really dig in there, okay? Do that for about 1 to 2 minutes. Doing that, pumping the ankle like that is going to give you a little bit more release, okay? If you don't have one of those, or if you just want to use your foam roller, you can do that too. Basically, to roll out the anterior tibialis with the foam roller, you put it down, get that muscle, put it right on there, okay? I would recommend stacking this other leg on top of it and pumping the toes, okay? Again, about 1 to 2 minutes on each side with this. If you have shin splints caused by anterior tibialis overuse and overactivity, then this is going to hurt really, really bad, okay? So start maybe at 1 minute and then work your way up gradually to about 2 minutes. And also when you're starting, don't use so much pressure, okay? This will hurt real bad when you first start doing it. The more you do it, the more release you'll get. So the key here is consistency. Okay, so now we're going to do a static stretch for the anterior tibialis. The main function of the anterior tibialis is to dorsiflex the foot, okay, to pull the toes up. So a way that you can stretch it is by actually plantar flexing the foot, okay? And it's kind of hard to stretch, but this will kind of work synergistically with those pressure techniques. One way you can do it is to just put your foot down flat, kind of bring it out to the side a little bit, and then sit back close to the ankle. If this hurts your knee, then don't do it. But if your anterior tibialis is real tight, then you should feel this stretching in there. I would recommend you hold that for about 1 minute. Okay, with that technique, we address the anterior tibialis muscle itself, but now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Okay, so you at least should have found some relief from rolling out the anterior tibialis itself. If it still feels inflamed, which it likely will, like I said, this takes consistency. However, to make this more effective, we can get the fascial connections to the anterior tibialis. So in Thomas Myers' work, he shows how there's this fascial continuity between the anterior tibialis, the front part of your IT band, and a hip flexor muscle called the TFL. Okay, so if you have tightness down here, you likely have tightness coming way up here too. Okay, up the side of your leg here and the frontal part of your IT band and coming into your hip. Okay, just test yourself. Dig your finger in there. If that hurts, then you're probably tight. So it'd be beneficial to release these tissues in conjunction with the anterior tibialis to provide the best relief. So basically, we're just going to use a foam roller to get into the IT band. Remember, it's the frontal part of the IT band. A lot of people will just simply kind of throw their leg up here and mindlessly kind of roll around. You want to spend time right here. It's kind of like at a diagonal, not directly on the side, but kind of right there. Okay, so your hips have to be oriented down a little bit. Okay, this will be real painful for you again, just like the anterior tibialis, especially if you're tight there, which you probably are. Okay, so for this, roll up and down for about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so for this last part, we need to get into the TFL. All right, usually a lacrosse ball is my preferred tool for this. This is an alpha ball. It's actually meant for massage. You can also use a softball, but I'd recommend using a lacrosse ball. But basically, take that lacrosse ball, put it on the ground, and then we're going to dig it right into the tensor fasciae lata, the TFL, right here. Okay. Put it down, get your hip down right on that thing, okay? And then basically just you're in this small little muscle here. It's about 3 inches long. Oh, it's a little bit longer than 3 inches, but it's tiny, okay? But I want you to spend about 1 minute in there too. Just like the anterior tibialis in the front part of the IT band, you'll know that you're on it because it'll be very, very painful and tight, okay? You're not on your hip bone, you're just underneath it, kind of at a diagonal angle. There you have it, people. This is an awesome way to address your shin splints if they're caused by dysfunction and tightness in that anterior tibialis muscle. I really hope this helps you get back on your feet and active again without the annoying pain of shin splints. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel right over here. Also, check out my Facebook and Instagram. Follow and give me a like over there. I'll include links in the description down below. Other than that, stay loose, stay functional, and I'll see you next time.